Alright, I was going to go ahead and show you the finished version, or version 1.0 of my Halo MLG super application. It's called the Halo Virtual Coach, and basically what it does is it acts as a coach, gives you tips, tricks, hints on basically every part of the game. So this is the virtual iPod. It looks the exact same on the regular, it's just this is a little bigger and easier to see. So here's the icon for it. We've got a very simple weapons timer. It's in seconds, not minutes and seconds, because it's actually more accurate if it just stays in seconds. It has audio. It'll say sniper in 30 seconds at 30 seconds, sniper in 15 seconds at 15 seconds, and same for rockets. And one thing I did is when I made this app, I was really setting out to make something that the user can really use easily. I was going for user friendliness and how functional it can be. Just as functional and as fast as it can possibly be without a whole bunch of just extra jazz. It's just going to slow it down. So one thing I did is you can actually leave the timer running, go to other pages, and then go back, and it'll still be running. So it actually keeps running the entire time. So we'll leave this running, and see if my surround sound's loud enough where you can hear the times. And as soon as it hits 0, it reloops at and it takes off 1/4 of a second each time to count for the time when the loop takes place. So it's spot on. We've run it in games, and it is, as soon as the weapon falls, it's at 0. So there's that, which isn't a big deal. This is not what my main part of the app is. This is one of the big things I'm really proud of. It's basically it calculates your KD, which is very simple, but then it tells you what's your gameplay role, and this is super important for playlists like MLG, where knowing your role is one of the most important things. It's not like Slayer, where you just run around and kill each other the whole time. It is a very team-based, strategy-based game. So knowing your role is a huge part, and this will help you do that. It takes in every aspect of the game. Every stat you can possibly get, and it does that for user friendliness. We went ahead and gave it a transparent background on the keypad, and then you can click anywhere to get off of whatever current screen you're on. Also, if say you were playing flag and there is no ball, well, then you just leave it blank. We went ahead and didn't have to, so you don't have to put 0 in. Another thing we did that was cool is to say, you throw in some stats or whatever, and you fill this whole thing up, so you don't have to go back and clear it out every time. Once you go back, sniper at 30, you can hear right there it went out. So anytime you restart the app, it clears this out. Doesn't save anything. So anytime when you go to another screen and go back, you click on it, it automatically erases it for you, which is nifty. So we'll go ahead and throw some stats in here so you can see. You can hear it saying sniper in 30, sniper in 15. We'll go ahead and show the rockets real quick. So about 4 seconds, it should say something. Rockets in 30. So there's that, and then you can just stop. And when you hit start again, it restarts it. So we'll go ahead and stop that so you don't have to listen to that the whole time. So anyway, here's this. So let's say in a game of Slayer, you had 17 kills, 12 deaths. Let's go ahead and make it let's make it 10 deaths. So you have a big KD, so it's obvious that you're what your thing is that you did here. So 3 assists. You're just basically doing some killing. A couple of headshots. Say a flag grab and a flag cap. So you're going to calculate your KD ratio. It pops up right here. You got a 1.7. Throw your gameplay role. Right here you're in a main Slayer, which is pretty obvious. You have a pretty fat KD spread. You don't have a whole lot of assists. You have some decent headshots, and you really didn't play that much objective. So say you change out those kills with just 12. You only went +2. This is what we call is part of the algorithm called going positive, where you didn't really make any huge differences. You didn't do anything that stood out. You weren't a main Slayer, support sniper, main sniper, objective player, all the other things you can be. You didn't do anything huge. You only had 2 assists. You had a +2 KD spread. You only had 1 grab and 1 cap. Isn't a big deal, only 3 snipes. But let's see. Let's say you had, 9 assists with these stats. You're going to be a support player because, you were really getting a lot of assists. You're putting shots on everybody. So there's that. Say you went 14 deaths, 12 kills, but you had, 2 grabs, 2 caps. It's going to let you know that you're an objective player, and the KD's up here in the corner. And basically, an objective player, it's okay for them to go positive as long as they're throwing up decent assists and, lots of objective time. It's the same if you, let's go ahead and clear these out real quick. If you had, say you had 120 seconds with the ball. Still going to be an objective player. And then let's say Well, let's say you did these stats right here. You had 4 flag grabs and only 1 cap. And let's go ahead and make a little bit more negative. Let's say 16. Let's see. This is what we call grabbing too much, and this is what a big thing that people do when they think they're an objective player. You know, they go negative. They throw up some decent assists, but for the amount, you know, a negative 4 KD spread, 9 assists isn't really going to help that much. They grab the flag 4 times, but we're only able to cap it 1 time, so it's going to let them know that, hey, you know, you're grabbing the flag too much. Play a little more conservative in that part. So we've got, you know, say, let's see, what's a good one? Let's say you just have somebody that's really not doing anything constructive at all. So let's say 1 right here. This is going to let you know that you're a negative Nancy. And we kind of came up with this as to let somebody know that you're not doing anything productive for your team. You're not getting hardly any kills. Your KD spread's terrible. You don't have very many assists. You know, you don't have a ton of snipes. You don't have, you know, you have 1 flag grab and 1 flag cap. So that's the negative Nancy. It works with Slayer, Ball, anything like that. And then we've got let's think of some other stats. Let's say you were slaying pretty good. You went 22, 16, 4, and say you had 6 headshots. 1.375 KD, and it's a main slayer sniper. So, you know, this is the type of person that needs to be kind of running around, you know, focusing with the sniper to clean up, get lots of kills, but they are still considered a main slayer just because of their KD spread and the amount of kills they're getting. So we've got that. There's a couple other ones I can't remember off the top. Oh, yeah, this is one that we came up with. This will help people a lot on Xbox Live that really realize what they're doing. It says, so you have a huge KD spread. Let's say you didn't play flag. You know, and you had 140 seconds with the ball with these stats. This is going to be what we call a total beast, which means that you basically backpacked everything. You know, you carried your entire team, which this will let you know if you're playing with randoms that, you know, you have great, you know, really good potential. It's also going to let you know if you're playing with your team that, hey, you know, your buddies aren't really carrying their own weight. You're doing most of that. So there's a lot more you can do with this, but I'm just going to keep it short and simple. So we'll go ahead and head to the strategies page. We've got strats for every game type. So you click your game type, and it pops up the maps in that game type, and then you click your map, and then you've got a very detailed setup and strategy guide for it. And this is for every single, you know, every single map, whichever one you want to do. We're going to update these a lot, and we're also going to add to this on the next update. This will be on 1.1. It's going to have setups or strats and tips for BR, strafe, sniping, playing sneaky, playing smart, when to contest, when not to contest. We're also going to have strats and setups for each individual, you know, like whatever your gameplay role was. So that's one thing that we're going to do that's going to be really neat and a big thing to look forward to on the next update. So yeah, this is basically the app, and you know, I mean, I really feel like it's going to help a lot of people because we've been debugging it for a while now. This took quite a long time to make. We've been debugging it, and this part right here, the KD calculator and gameplay role calculator, is spot on accurate. We've used it with my old MLG team. We used it with my brother and his MLG team, and if you ran the average of 10 games, what you got was at least on every one of us what we were on the team. And we actually found ourselves playing a lot smarter in our stats. You know, we were doing a little better than we normally do because we were really thinking about playing our role. You know, we were thinking about, okay, our main slayer needs to be main slaying, you know, our support slayer needs to be putting shots in everybody objective, you know, needs to make sure he's not grabbing all day and grabbing at smart times. And it was really cool how it worked out. So that's basically what we've got here, and I'm really excited, you know. Can't wait to see how it's going to go. I know it's going to help a lot of people. I've been on the MLG forums and a bunch of forums, you know, posting about it, and a lot of people are excited. So now I'm just kind of waiting on Apple to go ahead and it's in review right now, which the review process takes about anywhere from a week to 2 weeks, and it's been about 4 or 5 days on that. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've got going on. All right, take it easy.